I just wanted to hop on here and tell you guys a quick story. So as you guys know, we have moved to Barcelona, Spain. We're actually getting ready to pick up and go to Mexico. But when we got here, I needed to find Coco a similar like Coco's Care fresh dog food product to feed her. So I did, and it was this brand that is based around Europe, and it is the only difference is they don't cook the food all the way. They like, especially the protein, they like kind of halfway cook it, but nonetheless, it's all still like fresh ingredients, um, single source protein, and I gave it to her, and she ate it. No complaints there. But it didn't really settle right with her stomach. And yes, you are supposed to slowly transition your dog to new food. And that is a challenge when you're traveling with your dog, especially if you're doing a fresh food diet. Um, like to even store it, it's a challenge, right? So this was the closest thing I could get without her starving. So she ate it, no problems. But like I said, her body didn't agree with it. And I could tell through the way her bowel movement was, like her poops were different. It was kind of getting to that soft side, runny. She started to get bloated. It just wasn't just settling well. And I was like, okay, okay. And I did this because I wanted to kind of get myself acclimated to being here in Barcelona. We actually went on like a little vacation just when we got here. So when we got back, I started sourcing like all the products I would need, and then I made her first batch and switched her back over. So my thing was after I did that, I was like, okay, man, like if we're going to be traveling around the world, how can I combat this situation where Coco is either without food or I'm trying to figure out a replacement for her in the meantime until I can like find a local store and get all the stuff? Because mind you, not, you know, not all the ingredients you're gonna find in one place. Like one of the things I ran into being here is I couldn't find pumpkin, but I found our alternative was butternut squash. But the thing is, like, I'm gonna go to another country. We're leaving to go to Mexico. What do I do from the time that we land to the time that I can source everything so she can still be able to eat, right? So we did a vet visit here, and I told the vet about like the scenario, the things about like her stomach being bloated and her poops and stuff. And he said, "Well, I know she is allergic to chicken, so why don't you try this kibble?" I'm like, "No, no, no, we do fresh food only." He's like, "Yes, but the kibble is geared towards dogs who have hypoallergenic or allergies, I should say." So he recommended this brand. I don't know if this brand is in Mexico, but super sweet lady. I went to a dog event and a super sweet lady that was over this brand that was representing the brand today. She let me take this bag home for free because I told her my story about Coco. She was like, "Hey, just take this bag, try it." So it's called Select. It's a hypoallergenic kibble, and it is only mainly two main ingredients in here, and it's a single animal protein. So the protein is duck, the carb is rice, and I was kind of leery. Like we probably spent like 10 minutes or more. I think that's why she was like, "Hey, take this bag," because I was like, "Look, like tell me more about this product, like what it's in it, whatever." And I'm a stickler for reading the labels. I think if you follow me in a previous post, I had mentioned that I sourced Coco a treat recently that had red meat in it, which caused her to have tear stains again. And it was because I was so fixated on it not being having chicken in it or any other ingredients that I would normally not give her, that I completely missed that it had red meat in it. And red meat is not bad, but for a white dog, it kind of bleeds out through their tears and create the tear stains. So but was reading the label, and I just want to read it with you guys so you can know what's in here. Um, so here, let's get to the English side. So we have here dehydrated duck meat, duck fat, pulp, no, beet pulp. So that is that bread pulp, red beets that I was talking about earlier. They have it in here, but I'm gonna just have to combat that with just wiping her eyes with a tear stain wipe that I have. Like I said, this is temporary, so this will go away as I start her back on Coco's Care. And then it has hydroside duck, trill. So trill is one of the things I did not know when I read this label the first time what that was. So I looked it up. It's pretty much like shrimp. So trill, got yeast, minerals, prebiotics. Let's see what here. Green tea, yum. And then they have crude protein, and they have omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin A, vitamin D3, vitamin E, vitamin C, iron, and this is all the vitamins. So this is kind of like the multivitamin I give Coco every day with Coco's Care. So it's kind of just pre-baked into the kibbles. Let's see here, magnesium, copper, zinc, and then you have the antioxidants. And for flavoring, they use rosemary extract. And what else is in here? It said the main source of carbohydrates is the rice, and the main source of protein is the duck. So that's pretty much it in this. So really, really super limited about the ingredients in here. It's pretty much duck, rice, and a bunch of vitamins in here. And she's been on this for about a week. I'm doing that slow introducer to her. So I'm actually using this as a topper on top of the fresh food that I'm giving her to kind of slowly introduce this into her body. Like I said, when we get to Mexico, it's going to be, for the first couple of days, it's going to be fully kibble until I'm able to get to the store, get all the products, and then get in the kitchen and make her a fresh batch of Coco's Care. So yeah, I just wanted to share that story with you guys. Sometimes you gotta, you know, have a plan B to these things, especially when you're traveling with your dog and they're on a fresh food diet. I know there might be viewers out there saying, this is the reason why I don't travel with my dog, because how can she or he eat fresh food and we're traveling? Well, if you don't want to be rushing to gather up fresh ingredients to give your dog to feed them, this is a good alternative right here. It is working very well. Even her poop didn't even change through the transition of this kibble. She still have the same consistency, which is great and amazing. And she loved it. She loved it. Like, funny story, when we went to the vet the first time, he gave her a hypoallergenic treat. And she literally spit that out her mouth. She was like, I've never seen her reject food. And he was like, oh yeah, that's one of the drawbacks of this, is it doesn't taste really good. But this one, she right off the bat ate it, and I was surprised. So just wanted to share this with you guys. If you're thinking about, hey, you know, what is an alternative for a fresh food diet for a little bit, for a transition period, I always recommend getting something like this. But also, main thing, talk to your vet about it. Talk to your vet. Let them weigh in on what they would suggest, and yeah, and go from there. So thank you for listening. I hope this was helpful. Again, if you want more helpful tips like this, join my Coco Care community. The link is in my bio. I'm telling you, we have a great community going on there. We're providing tips like this for if you're traveling with your dog, or if you're trying to transition your dog for a little bit onto something else that's, you know, more convenient for your lifestyle or traveling. This is where you get this information. So link in bio. I'll see you over in Coco Care community. Have a great day.